was dialed in at Browns training camp. First practice,
Gotta love it.
He's cooking. He's hot. I'm going to deliver all the updates to you on today's show. How did Watson versus Sheduer look in the first practice? Then Todd Monken spoke about it. And finally, some more Browns training camp news. But that quarterback battle is hotter than ever right now. And I'm going to just not going to bury the lead here. Sheduer looked fantastic. Do you have faith in him? Let me know in the comment section.
I'm going to state my preference here right now. Not only am I a Sheduer supporter and Deion Sanders supporter, shout out Colorado, go Buffs, go Buffs, go Buffs. I'll be honest with you. Deshaun Watson is washed, bro. He doesn't have that hunger anymore. When he first came into the league, he was with the Texans. He was trying to prove himself because I don't think he got, I don't know how. Did he get drafted high? I know he went first round, but I don't know if he went before Patrick Mahomes. I don't know. I think we had a chance to draft him. The Bears did because we drafted Mr. Trubisky. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Ever since that playoff game against the Chiefs where they came back on his ass and beat him, he has not been the same, I'll be honest with you. Especially after the allegations, wasn't playing in Houston, came to the Browns, got all that money, kind of sucked ass. Now he's married to Jilly. You know, shout out to Deshaun Watson for getting married to the Jilly because she's definitely a bomb, I'll be honest. But you don't have that same hunger anymore in you because you married to Jilly, you got all this money, you're cool, you know what I'm saying? You could do this, but shit, you probably trying to get back to your wife. You ain't built like that no more, dog.
You believe in Sheduer Sanders. Type Y for yes if you're still believing. Type N for no if you're out on it. Let me know in the comment section, but I believe. Type Y for yes if you do too, and let's get into the news.
Browns report. It's my first time ever thinking I'd care about what's going on with the Browns. I actually give a damn what's going on with the Cleveland Browns.
Welcome to the Browns Report, folks. We're presented by Prize Picks, and I'm your host, Joey O'Donohue. We are starting with Sheduer Sanders, who was turning heads in training camp in the first practice when he got out there. We start with a ball that he threw to KC Concepcion. You could see Sheduer loading it up to him already as Concepcion starts the double move, burns Trey Avery with just pure speed, to be honest. And Sanders drops it in the bucket to Concepcion.
That's our first round receiver.
And KC called this one in. No more drop issues on this play with Sheduer throwing to him. It's an absolute dime from Sanders for a deep ball completion to KC. And so Sheduer was spreading the wealth out there in their first practice, okay? Hit Concepcion. He found Denzel Boston on 7-on-7s. Hit Dylan Sampson in the backfield quickly. Found Luke Floria as well, a Browns sweetheart from last year's offseason because he had that sick one-handed catch from Sheduer Sanders as well. Don't know that he can make the roster, but he is a darling, off-season darling, I would say, in Cleveland. Sure. The point is, though, Sanders was slinging it. I mean, he really looked decisive. This is the biggest takeaway of training camp day one. He was making quick decisions, good decisions, quick reads. He looked confident, decisive, and honestly, ready for this battle.
But honestly, that's low-key how he always has been. He just always had a horrible O-line. Colorado, a horrible O-line. When he had a good O-line at the HBCU school, I forgot Jackson State, he was hooping. I'm not going to lie to you. He was definitely hooping. If people don't look at that, he was balling his ass off. That's how he was even able to get to Colorado. That's how Deion was able to get to Colorado. That's how they were able to get Travis Hunter. He was balling, nigga. Balling. Now, after that, you know, even last year with the Browns, like, yeah, they had a bad O-line, but he was still doing, like, the best he could. He was better than the short midget, the 5'9" midget. He was better than him. Same team, same players, same O-line. Way better. So let's not even act like, come on now.
He came in prepared, cool, calm, collected. I'm not kidding, folks. I watched about every clip of him in training camp. I posted multiple of them on my Twitter at JoeyO70, and he was balling out. And let's just call it how it is with Sheduer Sanders. He loves it when he's in the spotlight. He loves it when the pressure's on. He thrives in that. And this is pressure. You are fighting for your job as a starting quarterback in the NFL of the Cleveland Browns with a quarterback who's been a Pro Bowler, who's been called a top 5 QB before.
At one point.
He's nowhere near that anymore, but Monken perhaps thinks he can get that out of him. So far, Sheduer won day number one by a landslide. For Deshaun Watson, it was not a good start, folks. Okay? Going to give you some of the numbers and the plays that Watson had out there in his first practice.
Let me hear it.
Including one that was horrifying. Deshaun Watson was just picked off on back-to-back throws.
Smoke show.
First by Denzel Ward.
Smoke show.
He's playing on that new extension and still
Shout out
showing
Denzel.
he's that guy.
Yep.
And then our newest signing, Damari Mathis. You guys may remember I made a video.
So you got picked on by the vet and the new guy. You're a bum, bro. You're washed. I'm sorry, you're washed. And now, shout out Denzel Ward, because Denzel Ward is that guy. He's been that guy for a long time. He's been very consistent. I'm glad to see that he's getting the respect he deserves, along with Jalen Johnson. Bear down, shout out to the Bears. I love to see they're getting the respect that they deserve. But Deshaun's got to, I'll be honest, in Houston's system, Deshaun, it was built around Deshaun. He's not a plug-and-play guy. I think Sheduer is more of a plug-and-play guy, or you can build around him. I think Deshaun, you have to build around. You can't just plug and play him. That's the problem. They saw the success he has with Texans, but they don't know, like, the Texans built around him. It wasn't, like, the other way around. So, I feel like Deshaun is good, but he's what everyone said Lamar Jackson was going to be. Just being real with you. He's exactly what everyone said Lamar was going to be.
And a short YouTube short about him. He picked off Deshaun Watson. First day with the team. Back-to-back throws.
Back-to-back.
Another account reported that, and this is notable because the rookie wide receivers were only with the twos, okay? So Sheduer was throwing to Boston and Concepcion. Kind of interesting getting those young guys acclimated with each other. Boston and Concepcion, I think, going to have starting roles with this team. So even though Sheduer was with the twos, the wide receivers who could be the ones were with him, and they were looking good together. Watson started camp with a prolonged series of misses, interceptions, and floaters.
Airball.
It was not a good day for Deshaun Watson. I'm reporting the truth here, ladies and gentlemen. And I really think Sheduer Sanders is the better option.
Definitely.
I've wanted
He's been that guy.
to say it adamantly for so long. But I said, I'm going to wait till camp. I'm going to wait till we see it. I can predict whatever I want. After day one, it's not a conversation who won day one. Sheduer looked fantastic.
Exactly.
Watson struggled. And
if we're being real, Sheduer won the camp last year. When he was going against the midget, he won that camp, bro. It was the midget and Joe Flacco. The Joe Flacco was getting a lot of the reps, but let's be for real, though. He sucked, bro. He sucked. He's old. He's washed. He's a backup quarterback at best, and that's being gracious. He's really the goddamn vet that's in the locker room teaching you how to do things. They need to keep him on deck like Udonis Haslam ass. That's what they need to do, all right? Anyway, he's better than the midget. Like, what are we really talking about? He outperformed him every time, and then he still got benched, and then the midget messed up so many times they had to put Sheduer in, or niggas were going to get fired.
Veteran Deshaun Watson, who's supposed to be the one that is more along and advanced in the process, it's not a good look.
He be with Jelly.
But Sheduer showed he's ready to play.
That
So,
finance.
a lot to talk about more for in this concept as well. Next up, we'll talk a little more about Sheduer Sanders' day and what Monken had to say before practice got going. But first, I want to give a special shout-out to our good friends over at Prize.
We ain't shouting out no Prize Picks. They ain't giving me no money. No, but for real, though, some real talk, I feel like Sheduer is the right person to start. And honestly, if the Browns mess this up and they don't start Sheduer, I feel like they will honestly regret it for the rest of their careers, the rest of their existence. And I also feel like if they let him go to another team and he starts balling out, it will just prove that the Browns are just a poverty franchise. It'll just prove it. Because now they're set up to win. They have good receivers that they drafted. They have a good running back they drafted last year. They have a solid O-line that's trying to, get together. It's all right, it could be better, but it's becoming solid. They have a stacked defense pretty much. Well, not stacked anymore, but they have a solid defense. What it's really at this point all on the quarterback. And if you have Deshaun Watson, you're not starting, you're not going to win anything. Do I feel confident about pardon me, Deshaun Watson going in to beat Joe Burrow? No. Do I feel comfortable about it? No. Lamar Jackson? No. Not even Aaron Rodgers. When we have Sheduer Sanders, I feel like some magic can happen. I honestly feel like some magic can happen because I've seen it too many times.